This is Revolutions SMP, a vanilla plus modded Minecraft server full of tons of Minecraft content creators. And these servers already begun while I was away on holiday, which means we have a lot to catch up on. So let's quickly jump in. As soon as I joined, I was immediately greeted by Coda, who gave me a free bed, and of course tons of steak. Then I got a quick visit from Stam.
What you up to? Do you have got started? Well, you're gonna live right here, right?
Yeah, I just haven't gotten started on anything.
I decided to get productive and I built.
I know, it looks awesome.
I'm gonna run and see if I can fix a villager though.
Okay, go for it. Who has an absolutely gorgeous build over here on the hill in front of us, which definitely inspired me to start building my base. And hopefully, as you can tell by the skin, for this series, I'm going to be an archeologist. So I'd like to build a nice, cute archeology themed home with a giant dig site right next to it. So first things first, let's clear out this area. I think it's about time we start working on the house. Now, since I'm an archaeologist for this series, I want to make something that's archaeology themed, but still a super cute house. And I'm hoping a layout like this won't be too much commitment. So now that I have the outline complete, I want to start building up the walls. And then after that, we can start coming in with our birch logs, marking off where we're going to want our walls and windows. And now all we need to do is start filling the walls in, and then start blending it in with some sandstone for a gradient. Then I'm going to come through and outline some of the bigger areas of the windows with some stripped oak logs. And now that we've got our first base layer complete, I think it's about time that we start going on an archaeology adventure. Mainly because all we have is stone tools at the moment, so we need to go fix that with some iron. Little did I know, this was probably the worst decision I could have made, as I somehow managed to die a total of 3 times. I don't know where the footage went for the third one, so just trust me on that. After all that struggle, I am back the next day, and Kodo was kind enough to gift us a ton of iron armor and some diamonds to get us started so that we aren't dying to skeletons anymore. Thank you, Coda. Honestly, at this point, half the things that I own on the server are from Coda, so big shout out. I'm gonna very quickly put those on. That way, hopefully we won't die anymore. Then I just really quickly want to make myself a shield, also in hopes of upping our defense. And then I think that I want to turn these diamonds into a pickaxe and go get some mending from the mending villager. I don't believe that I've showed this off quite yet, but right over here is our community area for the server, where we've got things like enchant tables, lots and lots of farms, and of course the Quark commemorative Silly Goose Maze a Maze. Say that twice. And speaking of Quark, the friendly reminder sign of subscribing to Quark. He's definitely made his mark on the server. But if I head right over here to the side, there is a sneaky little trapdoor right here that leads to our mending villager. And there's also a Fletcher right next to him that we can trade all of our sticks for some emeralds, which will help us pay for the mending book. So let me very quickly chop some trees and trade all my sticks for enough emeralds to be able to purchase the mending book. And then we can come over here and use the anvil at spawn and put that on the pickaxe. I just wanted to make sure that that diamond doesn't break. And while we're here, we might as well get some basic enchantments. And it looks like we're only going to get efficiency on the axe because I actually need 8 levels. So we'll have to come back. But now that we're a little bit more geared up, it's time to start working again on the house. I'm going to start by adding some shutters on the outside of my windows. And then I can start coming in and adding some details to the roof. And then next I want to fill in a little pavilion area right down the center of the 2 parts of my building. And then I can start filling in the gaps with some leaves. The concept here is that it's kind of like some foliage hanging off the center rafts. And next, before we start adding on our roof, there is actually one more section of this build right on top of this layer. For that, I'm just going to go up by 4 blocks and fill in the floor with some stone bricks, and using some sticks and trapdoors, we can make ourselves a cute little balcony. And the final part that I have left of this house is the roof. And I'm not too great at them, so I think I'm going to focus up and give myself a little bit of an opportunity to try out using the replay mod in my videos. Oh, I love the horse just staring off the balcony into nowhere. And while we were doing that, we had a little bit of a present dropped off. So if we go ahead and check this out, the Shroom Shack. by insolence. Okay. We've got a couple dice. Definitely will take those. Those are cute. Now let's see what exactly is in here because I'm a little bit nervous. The Shroom Shack is open for business. Ooh, exciting. The Shroom Shack is the only dye/color shop you will need. Our dyes are handcrafted to perfection. Enjoy these free samples courtesy of Incy, I think that's how you pronounce it, LLC. Definitely will have to try that out though, because we can always use some more color. And now that the outside of my build is done, I actually want to start building the little dig site that I had planned as, once again, archaeologist. And I'm thinking that we just kind of use this path that we already have and start connecting it up. So if we take this little area right here and just start marking out an outline of where I want the dig site to go, I'm thinking that this shape will do well, as I'll be able to dig it all the way out and still have some room on the sides to do a staircase that's about 3 wide. And speaking of digging, that sounds pretty boring to put in a video, so let's try out another time lapse. We have officially broken dirt layer, which I think means we need to start adding a fence. Just in case somebody, mostly me, decides to come along and accidentally falls in here. We don't want it to be a sad day like it is right now when somebody inevitably falls in here without a fence guarding it. So I think what I want to do is take some stone bricks, turn them into some stone walls, and then we can kind of just come through here and add a spruce log every couple of blocks and start connecting them up with some stone brick walls. Then on top of the walls, we can come through here and add a spruce trapdoor. That way we'll still be able to jump over here, but it definitely is a deterrent for accidentally walking in. And then on top of all of the logs, I'm going to add some spruce planks just to give it a little bit more dimension. And my goal with this dig site is to discover what lays at the bottom of the island. So with that being a pretty deep dig site, we definitely better finish this fence. Hopefully this is at least effective in letting people know that there is in fact a dig site here, so just don't fall in. And if not, I think a couple signs like this, and this one, and this one, and this, and this one should hopefully do the trick. Also, while I was adventuring looking for some glow squid, I came across these 2 really cool geodes in the ocean, so we'll definitely have to go check them out next episode. And now that we've completed the outside of our build and the dig site this episode, I am definitely out of time, which means that we'll have to leave all of our adventuring with the geodes and the creepy underwater temple, and of course dig siting, you know, just archaeologist things, until the next episode. So if you did happen to enjoy this episode, then consider subscribing, because I would love to see you guys in the next episode. And speaking of next episodes, here's a couple more that I think that you would enjoy.